Hi, Will.
Hey.
Before we are going to talk about the music, first I have another question. What's your dad's favorite movie? Do you know?
My dad's favorite movie? You know, I don't really know what my dad's favorite movie is. Probably like City Slickers. Do you know that movie?
No.
It's like Billy Crystal and somebody else in there. Maybe there's three guys, and they're like finding their having a midlife crisis and going out to a ranch and you know, finding their true manhood and happiness and something on a ranch. I don't. I think that Jack Palance might be in it. Yeah, I think that might be one of my dad's favorite movies. He talks about it frequently.
Okay. Yeah, because he was really into experimental film.
Yeah. Well, he was, in fact, back in. He's different now than he was, I think, back before I was born. I hope that's not my fault. Back in the day, you know, he wanted to be an experimental filmmaker, and you know, in the mold of Stan Brakhage and all those kind of Markopolis and like the Mekas, you know, Jonas Mekas and stuff like that. I guess, I mean, the New American Cinema thing was what he was really into, and he. You know, was trying to do Super 8, you know, film movies and stuff, and I think that he had some bad experiences with it. He tried to get a grant and he wasn't able to, and I think around the same time, a friend of his who was a filmmaker like killed himself, and so he was. I think that in his mind, it was sort of the failure of this guy to make it work. It was kind of like a sign that, you know, that's what pursuing your dream, you know, it's just a really dicey proposition. I hope my father wouldn't mind hearing me talk about that like that, but that's the general feeling that I get. And he's, when I say that his favorite movie is probably City Slickers, I don't mean to denigrate his taste, because, you know, he's got great taste. And there's that show Freaks and Geeks, which is an amazing American TV show. And well, my father knew about it before I do. He did. He was watching it when it was actually on the air. So he's a cool guy. But yeah, I don't think his ambition to make films, you know, is several decades deceased. I think he's not interested in it.
Oh, because he went on and became a teacher, just like your mom.
Yeah.
And you grew up in the school? I
grew up on the grounds of a boarding school. There's, if you know New England, the northeast part of the United States at all, it's where the original colonists settled, and so it's the oldest part of the states, and it's also full of beautiful scenery and lots of college preparatory schools. And people have a kind of this image of it, like the Dead Poet Society, kind of snowy winter New England prep school, or like A Separate Piece or Catcher in the Rye. That world is real, and that was a more modern version of that is kind of the environment that I was brought up in, living on the grounds of a prep school. I was raised in one of the dorms, and we would eat, you know, eat at least dinner, about 2 meals at the cafeteria. My parents, yeah, when we were starting out, they were just like a young couple teaching at a high school, and all my friends were like the children of the other teachers.